Earning a college degree means you don't have to go it alone.
We have 3 students at Cornerstone, and they all enjoy their interactions with the campus community, but most specifically with their professors.
At Cornerstone University, we are dedicated to your success.
They have found growth, they have found joy, connection, and they have found community.
Start today by applying. Cornerstone.edu. That's cornerstone.edu. We're dedicated to your success.
They have found growth, they have found joy, connection, and they have found community.
Start today by applying. Cornerstone.edu. That's cornerstone.edu. We're dedicated to your success.
They have found growth, they have found joy, connection, and they have found community.
Start today by applying. Cornerstone.edu. That's cornerstone.edu.
Guess what? We're hiring at Culver's. That means if you're up for welcoming families with coworkers who feel like family, and you have a thing for fresh frozen custard, and for growing your career in a place you can be proud of, you're our kind of people. So join the Culver's team. Apply at culvers.jobs.
Looking for fresh food, variety, and great deals? Shop your local Family Fare supermarket and sign up for our Yes Rewards program for everyday savings, exclusive digital coupons, rewards, and other special perks. Plus, you can use your Yes account to shop online with the Fast Lane, our new online grocery shopping service. Just order online, select pickup, and we'll do all your shopping for you. It's that easy. To learn more about shopping with Yes at Family Fare, visit shopfamilyfare.com.
Bowling is a great time that combines great friends, football, and bowling. Compete against your friends or family, throwing a football at 10 real bowling pins. The Bowling Warehouse has over 30 lanes inside a 45,000 square foot facility. You can bring in your own food, or they have a pair of 45-foot bars featuring soft drinks and adult beverages. Visit bowlingwarehouse.com, Grand Rapids, to reserve your lanes.
As families and communities across Michigan gear up for an historic back-to-school season, Dean Transportation is looking for compassionate people to join their dedicated team of school bus drivers. They offer competitive wages and paid training, quality benefits, flexible schedules, and most of all, endless opportunities to make a difference. Apply today at deanjobs.com to join this critical effort to help students return to learn this fall. deanjobs.com.
A trio of award winners, and the winter season gets started on the court, the ice, and the lanes. It's all next on This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. I'm John Ross, and welcome to This Week in High School Sports. 3 athletic directors were recently named recipients of the MHSAA's Alan W. Bush Award. The 3 are Thomas Flynn of Birmingham Groves, Kevin Guzzo of St. Joseph's, and Michael Thayer of Bay City Western. The Bush Award honors individuals for past and continuing service to school athletics and is named for the former executive director of the MHSAA. Flynn has been at Groves for 32 years, including the last 21 as AD. He's hosted a number of MHSAA tournament events and has been on numerous sport-specific committees. He's also been the president of the Oakland County Athletic Directors Association. Guzzo has been with St. Joseph Public Schools for 26 years, the last 18 as AD. He earned his elite certification in the MHSAA Coaches Advancement Program in 2014 and as a program instructor. Thayer is in his 25th year as AD, the first 12 at Merrill and now with Western. He was the Michigan Interscholastic Athletic Administrator Association's Regional AD of the Year in 2017 and also received their George Lovich State Award of Merit that year. Congratulations to all 3 recipients of the Bush Award, and to read more, please visit secondhalf.mhsaa.com. Game balls this week go to Onsted's Sydney Nichols and Madison's Colin Hickman. Nichols was the girls' champ, Hickman the boys' champion at the Wildcat Blast-Off Bowling Tournament in Onstead. Nichols rolled a 184 in the championship match. Hickman had the round of the day, a 256 in qualifying, on way to his win. Parma Western's Alina Lewis, she had 14 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 steals in a 14-point win over the defending Division III champions Grass Lake. The win moved Parma Western to 2-0. And to Heartland Hockey's Brady Balagna. Brady scored twice in a 4-1 win over Calumet. Heartland is off to a 5-1 start this year.
Need money for college? You need My Student Aid. My Student Aid is the go-to resource that helps Michigan families find money to pay for college. Plus, they'll guide you through the financial aid process and answer any questions you have. For grants, scholarships, and more, connect with My Student Aid, helping make college affordable for everyone. Learn more at michigan.gov/MIStudentAid.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with the MHSAA's Sam Davis.
This season, MHSAA officials will return to the courts, mats, and ice under some different conditions than over the past 20 months. Other than a few select instances, all MHSAA protocols, procedures, and playing rules have returned to what they were pre-COVID. This means the jump ball and basketball returns, post-game handshakes will be permitted as each school sees fit, and traditional ball handling by officials for free throws and throw-ins is back. Of course, individual schools may retain certain precautionary measures, and officials are always permitted to use personal medical protective equipment. The health and welfare of athletes, coaches, and spectators is our #1 priority, and compliance with all local school district and health department mandates is required.
Thanks, Sam. You can be a referee. Just go to the MHSAA website now to register. We end this week with some incredibly sad news to report. MHSAA Associate Director Tom Rashid passed away December 3rd after a 10-month battle with cancer. Tom came to the MHSAA in 2003 after 15 years with the Catholic High School League in Detroit. Before that, he served as athletic director at St. Alphonsus High School in Dearborn, the same school he graduated from in 1973. He was the director of boys lacrosse, but more known as an MHSAA handbook expert. He was the first call by athletic directors with an eligibility question, and he toured the state each year for the annual update meetings. Tom was inducted to the Detroit Catholic High School League Hall of Fame in 2002 and the Michigan High School Lacrosse Coaches Association Hall of Fame in 2017. His impact on educational athletics will continue to be felt around the state for years to come. Tom Rashid was 66 years old. Read more about one of the best people to ever be involved with high school sports at secondhalf.mhsaa.com. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross. We'll see you next week.
Good evening, sports fans, and welcome once again to East Kentwood High School, where we are moments away from the first event of our first meet of the 2021-22 high school boys swimming and diving campaign. I'm Joey Sutherland. It is my proud pleasure to bring you all the action here today. Running a point for me, the director and producer today, is Samantha Aaron. We want to thank Sam for sliding in here, helping us out, and like I said, we're just a few seconds away. Now, what teams are here today? Obviously, the Falcons of East Kentwood are here. Also joining us is Forest Hills Central, Grand Rapids Union, and our friends from Wayland. And that's what we have today, and we're getting ready for the first event of the day, and that will be the first of 2 heats of the 200-yard medley relay. In the first in lane 4, both teams are actually from East Kentwood here in this first heat. In lane number 4, it will be Sutherland, Christensen, Travis, and Pescato. And in lane number 5 for the Falcons, it'll be Boyer, Callahan, Swift, and Geames. Starting off, obviously, in the medley relay, it is the backstroker. It goes back, breast, fly, free. And it is Sutherland and Boyer doing battle. And the 2 sophomores are underway, and here we go. Chase Sutherland and, Ian Boyer, both sophomores for East Kentwood at the first flip turn. They are both hoping to go on this first race. They're hoping to be sub 35. I think Chase is going to get it. It's going to be a little bit tighter and he's going to end up with a respectable 33 flat as a transition into Mycoy, and it will be Callahan doing the breaststroke. Yeah, I might have to. Well, the quad meet, we're in a pickle. Thank you. Coming in right now, it's still lane number 4 with the lead. And getting to transition into the butterflyer for lane number 4 now. That is Michael Travis. And lane number 5, it's going to be Steven Swift. The 110 mark for the C relay and 122 mark for the D relay. Coming back on the back 25 here are the fly, getting ready to go into the anchor swimmers, which of course are the front crawlers or the freestylers. Tomaso is in lane number 4 for the C team. And it'll be Malachi Geems in lane number 5 here on the exchange as soon as Swift hits the wall. There's the exchange. They're at the 2:02 mark. Coming in right now at the flags. They'd love to go sub 2:22, but it was going to be close. And actually a very respectable 2:21.62. And it will be the D team going to hit the wall at 2:38.76. So congratulations to the team of Sutherland, Christensen, Travis, and Pescato as they win the first heat with a time of 2:21.62. That'll bring us into the championship heat. Let's take a look at who we got where. In lane number 2, it will be the East Kentwood B team. I beg your pardon. In lane number 1, the East Kentwood B team. Lane number 2, it'll be the Union B team. Lane number 3, the Wayland A team. Lane number 4, the Forest Hill Central A team. Lane number 5, the Kentwood A team. Lane number 6, the Red Hawk A team. Lane number 7, the Wayland B team. And lane number 8, the Forest Hill Central B team. Let's take a look at that. And we have, it is Kirkland, Corfixon, Gomez Romo, and Martin in lane number 1. Gearhart, McWilliams, Knee, and Downer in lane number 2. Montague, Jennison, Williams, and Oddbyer in lane number 3. In lane number 4 from Forest Hill Central, it's Dixon, Kai, Yeager, and Zorn. Lane number 5 for Kentwood, it's Langosh, Hall, Jerome, and Cohee. Lane number 6 for Union, it's Weeks, Austin, Gearhart, and Dixon. Lane number 7 for Wayland, it is Butler, Barbaras, Butler, and Seifert. And finally in lane number 8 for Forest Hills, it is Pomeroy, Tiggleman, Kalazinski, and Grant. Coming in right now, getting ready to transition into, was that legal? I'm looking to see. We are now into the butterflyers. It is Wayland on top at 57.01. I beg your pardon, Forest Hill Central at 55.13, then Wayland at 57.01. I strongly encourage you to also keep up on this on Meet Mobile, as today's event is also on Meet Mobile. And we're into the front crawlers. The freestylers, this is the final leg. Still holding the lead, barely. It is Forest Hill Central at 122.07 to 122.30 for the Wayland squad. Some very respectable times there in the butterfly on their way home. This one's close. It's inside a body length. They're in the flags. Who's going to hit the wall? It will be 145-53, Forest Hill Central. Lane number 4 takes first. 145-50. Second is Wayland at 145-75. And third place is East Kentwood, 151-54. And that is a state Division II state qualifying cut for Forest Hill Central. Congratulations, the team of Reed Dixon, Gavin Kay, Sam Yeager, and Benji Zorn. They go 145-53 and have already qualified for the state time. That is outstanding. Second place goes to the Wayland squad, the Wayland A. Third place was the East Kentwood A. We are going to take a 5-minute pause here before we get into our second event of the afternoon, which is the 200-yard freestyle. So we're going to kick it back over to the MHSA studios for another edition of This Week in High School Sports. This one will recap all of the football finals.
We recap an exciting weekend at Ford Field as the final 8 champions of the fall season are crowned. It's all next on This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. I'm John Ross, and welcome to This Week in High School Sports.
Good snap. It's up. History for Chelsea.
That was Matt Shepard on the call with Valley Sports Detroit. 11-player football put the finishing touches on the 2021 fall season with championships in all 8 divisions played at Ford Field. On Friday, Hunter Shaw kicked a walk-off game-winning field goal for Chelsea, who came from 4 touchdowns down to beat Hudsonville Unity Christian 55-52 in Division 4. A number of records were set in this one, including Lucas Dunn throwing for a finals record 6 touchdown passes, Lucas Hannafan catching a finals record 5 touchdowns. The 107 combined points is the most in finals history. Chelsea's 55 points is the 3rd most scored by one team. And Unity Christian ends the year scoring 803 total points, which sets a single season record. Also on Friday, Hudson captured the Division 8 title by beating Beale City 14-7. Beale City scored first on 100 miles to Carter Fussman pitch and catch, but Hudson followed that with 2 rushing scores by Nick Coppin to seal the win. In Division 2, Warren De La Salle Collegiate rolled to a 41-14 victory over Traverse City Central. Brady Drogosh ran for 177 yards and threw for 142 yards in the win. And in Division 6, Lansing Catholic won its 2nd title in 3 years, beating Warren Michigan Collegiate 16-6. The Cougar defense picked off 4 passes, and quarterback Joey Baker accounted for 2 touchdowns in the championship game. For recaps and box scores from all of the action on Friday at Ford Field, please check out secondhalf.mhsaa.com.
Need money for college? You need My Student Aid. My Student Aid is the go-to resource that helps Michigan families find money to pay for college. Plus, they'll guide you through the financial aid process and answer any questions you have. For grants, scholarships, and more, connect with My Student Aid, helping make college affordable for everyone. Learn more at michigan.gov/MIStudentAid.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with MHSAA Assistant Director Brent Rice.
The use of instant replay in football varies at each level, but at the high school level in Michigan, replay is not used for any regular season or postseason games except for the football finals at Ford Field. Unlike professional and college leagues, however, the only plays that are reviewed are potential scores or potential turnovers. On those plays, the official in the replay booth will look at the various angles provided by the television broadcast and either confirm or overturn the play. For each game at Ford Field, there are 3 replay officials in the booth, all with experience at higher levels. Over the years, replay has been rarely used, but it is always an effort to getting the call correctly made.
Thanks, Brent. You can be a referee. Just go to the MHSAA website now to register.
Legler, debris in the backfield, full house backfield, give left side, push. Did he get to the goal line? No! Martin Luther King with a defensive stand, and they'll get the ball on downs.
That was Dan Dickerson from Valley Sports Detroit. As Detroit, Martin Luther King got a goal line stand against DeWitt to preserve a 25-21 win in Division III. The reigning D3 champion.
All right, sports fans. Joey Sutherland back with you here. We're getting ready for our next event, the 200-yard freestyle. We will have 2 heats of the 200 free. In the first heat from Kentwood, it will be the freshman, Jay Inaganti. In lane number 3, it'll be from Wayland, also a freshman, Liam Barbaris. In lane number 4, from Forest Hill Central, the senior, Alex Schenk. In lane number 5, the senior for East Kentwood, Marshall Carr. Lane number 6 is a sophomore from Grand Rapids Union. That's Eli McWilliams. And finally, in lane number 7, the Forest Hill Central freshman, Zach Ruffer. This is, if you're new to the sport of swimming and diving, the 200-yard freestyle is going to be, there's 50 yards for every lap, so there's 4 laps here, 8 wall touches. We're at the first 50 right now. In the lead is Schenk at 29-24. Second place is Marshall Carr, 31-43. Then Barbaris at 32-71. On their way back right now. Still holding a comfortable lead out of lane number 4. It is the senior, Alex Schenk. Schenk hits the wall at the halfway mark at 102.56. He does not have a seed time in this event. Marshall Carr is second at 107.41. His seed time is 2:28.02, so he's on pace to probably best that. Coming up to the wall, we're nearing the 75% mark here. Opening up the lead is Schenk. The senior will hit the wall at 137.61. Then we have Marshall Carr. Actually, I think we have a change. And on his way home, Schenk is going to win the first heat with a time of 2:11.37. Second place will be, looks like Marshall Carr is going to hit the wall at 2:23.14. That's a 5-second drop. Third place out of lane number 7 is Zach Ruffer. He goes 2:30.66. And this is the battle now for fourth place. It's going to be lane number 3. I beg your pardon. Lane number 3, Barbaris, goes 2:45.54. All right, that's going to bring us into the championship heat, or the second and final heat of the 200 free. The junior, Durr for Kentwood, is in lane number 1. Gomez for Union, the sophomore, is in lane number 2. Rose, the sophomore for Wayland, is in lane number 3. Stewart, the junior for Forest Hill Central, is in lane number 4. Wiestra is in lane number 5, the freshman for Kentwood. Sandy is a sophomore for Union in lane number 6. Kuhn is a junior for Wayland in lane number 7. And Kersey's is a senior for Central in lane number 8. They are off. The seed time to beat here and I'm sure that's a mistake. If somebody went to 220 seconds, that's Superman time. At the first 50, it is Stewart on top, 26.98 to 27.26 over Wiestra. Hitting the wall, coming up on they will be coming up on the halfway mark. We got a real battle right now. Less than a half a body length is the difference between first and one body length from first to third. Hitting the wall at the halfway mark, 57-14 is Stewart. 58-38 is Wiestra. 58-89 in Kersey's. 105.67 is Durr.
105.05 is Rose. I missed that one. And 107.6 is Gomez. On the way home right now, it looks like it is going to be Stewart. And Stewart still has the lead at the 150-yard mark at 127.74.
Wiestra hanging within body length at 129.12. Also close is Kersey's at 130.94. They're in their final 50. Opening up the lead. Really picking up the pace right now is Stewart out of lane 4, and he's going to hit the wall at 155.39. Second place is Wiestra, 159.96. And third place is Kersey's, 202.84. Wow, what a finish right there. The difference between fourth and fifth place was 0.2 of a second, as it is Gomez just over Rose at 220.28 to 220.45. But congratulations on winning it. Isaac Stewart, the junior from Grand Rapids Forest Hill Central, he wins it with a time of 155.39. That was a fun little race right there. Impressive as well was the freshman Teague Wiestra from Kentwood. He went a career best, 159.96, dropped almost 5 full seconds. That's going to bring us up into the first of 2 heats of the 200-yard individual medley, or 200-yard IM. It will have Andrew Callahan for Kentwood is in lane number 3. Nathan Dressler is in lane number 4. Chase Sutherland is in lane number 5. And James Butler is in lane number 6. Now, unlike the medley relay, in the IM, you start out with a butterfly. You're going to do a 50 of each of the 4 competitive strokes. Leading the way right now, it is Dressler. Dressler will hit the wall at the fly at 34.10. Sutherland at 34.32. Butler at 35.55. And Callahan 38.86. Now they're into the backstroke. Coming up on the halfway mark of the backstroke, and it looks like we have a change in the leaderboard. What a battle right now we have here in the first of 2 heats of the 200-yard IM. That Sutherland has a sibling who was pretty respected in the IM at the college level. Now they transition into the breaststroke. It is Sutherland at 113.12. Dressler 115.64. The seed time to beat here is 2:02 flat. I don't think we're going to see that. I'm not actually buying that was a legitimate time, as they are finishing up the breaststroke right now. Coming in right now at the flags, opening up a 6 length advantage right now is Sutherland. He's about to hit the wall and transition into the front crawl. He was at 2:00.92. He is going to shatter his best. Second place right now is Dressler at 2:10.36. Third place, 2:12.94 is Butler. Sutherland on his final flip turn. He's on the way home right now. He would love to go sub 2:35. It's going to be close. It's going to be closer to about 2:38. He's inside the flags. And he's going to hit the wall with a time of 2:38.89. That is a 22-second drop for Chase Sutherland. He wins the first heat at 2:38.89. Second place goes to Dressler. He goes 2:52.29. Third place in a real tight battle is Butler from Wayland. He goes 2:52.62. And finishing it off is Callahan, who goes 3:06.29. We're coming up to the championship. Yes. All right, here we go into the championship heat of the 200 IM. In lane number 1, Nathan Cohey, the senior for East Kentwood. Isad Lopez is in lane number 2, the Grand Rapids Union sophomore. Zachary Jennison, the junior from Wayland, in lane 3. Reed Dixon is a sophomore for Forest Hill Central in lane 4. Trent Jerome is a senior for Kentwood in lane number 5. Thaden Weeks is a sophomore for Union in lane 6. Delton Montague is a senior for Wayland in 7, and Benji Zorn is a senior for Forest Hill Central in lane 8. On the way back right now in the back crawl. The seed time to beat here is 2:00. Hitting the wall, transitioning from, or into, I should say, into the breaststroke. With the lead right now at 57.05 is Jennison from Wayland. 59.43 for Dixon from Forest Hills is in second place. At the wall, on the way back, getting ready to transition from the breaststroke. And he'll hit the wall with the lead at 1:34.14, transitioning into the front crawl, the freestyle, the final leg. Jennison again at 1:34.14, Dixon at 1:38.57. Jerome 1:47.58, Zorn 1:47.52. Opening up the lead right now is Jennison. And he is going to hit the wall with a time of 2:05.55. Second place is Dixon, 2:09.28. Third place is Trent Jerome, 2:18.74. Fourth place is Zorn, 2:19.37. Fifth place will be Weeks, 2:32.80. Sixth place is Montague, 2:33.17. Seventh place is Cohey, 2:34.51. All right, congratulations to our winner and the state cut time for Forest Hill Central. That's Reed Dixon, another state cut qualifier already with that 2:09.28. Congratulations. Now we are into the sprints, the 50-yard freestyle. We will have 5 heats of it. In the first heat, we will have Calvin Tron is in lane number 3 for Kentwood. Frank Stack for Grand Rapids Union is in lane 4. And Isaiah Wright for Kentwood is in lane number 5. All 3 of these young men are sophomores. And they're off. All right. For this first heat, the seed time to beat here is 43:48. In this first of 5 heats here of the 50 free. Inside the flags. And it is going to be winning it in lane number 5, right for Kentwood, goes 36:27. That's a personal best. Second place, and actually we had false touches on that. Stack goes 38:31. And 54:79 for Calvin Tron. Beg your pardon, that was 44:93. A personal best as well. All right, in the second heat, we're going to have Ethan Brown is in lane number 2 for East Kentwood. Josh Morales is a senior for Grand Rapids Union in lane number 3. Malachi Geems is a freshman for East Kentwood in lane number 4. Theo Stack is a sophomore for Union in lane number 5. Tommaso Pescato is a senior for Kentwood in lane number 6. And Matthew Calmo is a junior for Union in lane number 7. And they're off. The seed time to beat here is 37:46. Heat 2 of the 50-yard freestyle. On the way home right now. It's going to be close right now. It looks like, is it going to be lane 2 or 7? It is lane number 6, I beg your pardon. Pescato goes 34:44. Second place is Brown. Ethan goes 35 in his first race ever. Goes 35:66 for second place. Third place is Geems, 37:19. Those are all personal bests, so what a fun heat that was. All right, they're getting a time check here for lane number 5. Looking to see. All right, let's get through. All right, into the third heat here. It is Kevin Perez from Union, the sophomore in lane number 1. Steven Swift, the senior for Kentwood, is in lane number 2. Logan Tiggleman is a freshman for Forest Hill Central in 3. Carlos Vasquez Bravo is a Union sophomore in lane 4. Martin is in lane 5 for East Kentwood, the junior. Alfredo Cruz is in lane number 6 for Union. the junior. Nolan Brecken is a freshman for Forest Hill Central in lane 7, and Ian Boyer is a sophomore for Kentwood in lane 8. Winning it is Brecken with a time of 28 flat.
Nolan Brecken, 28 flat. Second place is Swift, 28.56. Third place on that one was Martin from Kentwood, who goes 28.60. That was really close.
Oh, that is taboo. You never get out using unless you're hurt, using the ladder. And, we had 2 people use the ladder to get out. That is, that's almost sacrilegious in the swimming circles. But some good swims nonetheless. That's going to bring us up to heat number 4. Mykoi Christensen is in lane number 1 for East Kentwood. In lane number 2 for Union, it is Carson Downer. Lane number 3 for Wayland, it's Fritz Seifert. Lane number 4 for Forest Hill Central, it is Roman Kalazinski. Lane number 5 for Kentwood, it's Thomas Kirkland. Lane number 6 for Union, it is Harrison Nee. Lane number 7 for Forest Hill Central, the freshman Jacob Sanford. And in lane number 8, also a freshman for Forest Hill Central, is Sam Grant. This is the consolation heat of the 50 free. And they're off. The seed time to beat here is 28.86 for Thomas Kirkland. They are at the wall right now. They are really moving. We've seen some good swims for the first meet of the year. We're seeing a lot of good swims. Looks like the lead right now is out of lane number 4. And it's going to be the winner of this heat, 25-23. Second place is Grant, 27.65. And third place is Kirkland, 27.89. Those are best times for all of them, but congratulations to Roman Kalazinski. The senior from Central goes 25-23 to win the 4th heat. And that'll bring us to the championship heat of the 50 free. It is Antonio Hall for Kentwood is in lane number 1. Wyatt Dixon for Union's in lane number 2. Henry Oddbyer is in lane number 3 for Wayland. Ben Rogala is in lane number 4 for Forest Hill Central. James Langash is in lane number 5 for East Kentwood. Will Gearhart is in lane number 6 for Union. Isaac Dyer is in lane number 7 for Wayland. And Gavin Kay is in lane number 8 for Forest Hill Central. At the halfway mark right now, on the way home. This is actually a close race. It's tough to tell. The far lanes, I think it's lane number 4 in the lead. Rogala, and it is. Rogala goes 22.71. Congratulations to Ben Rogala, the junior from Forest Hill Central. He wins the 50 free, 22.71. Second place was Kai, 23.72, and third place was Gearhart, 23.84. Fourth place was Langash, 24.29. And with that, we will transition here into diving, but I'm going to step out for a couple quick commercials, and then we'll get ready for the 5 divers that we have doing the 6 rounds. We'll be back with that in just a second. Keep it here on the East Kentwood YouTube channel. We'll be right back.
Looking for fresh food, variety, and great deals? Shop your local Family Fare supermarket and sign up for our Yes Rewards program for everyday savings, exclusive digital coupons, rewards, and other special perks. Plus, you can use your Yes account to shop online with the Fast Lane, our new online grocery shopping service. Just order online, select pickup, and we'll do all your shopping for you. It's that easy. To learn more about shopping with Yes at Family Fare, visit shopfamilyfare.com.
As families and communities across Michigan gear up for an historic back-to-school season, Dean Transportation is looking for compassionate people to join their dedicated team of school bus drivers. They offer competitive wages and paid training, quality benefits, flexible schedules, and most of all, endless opportunities to make a difference. Apply today at deanjobs.com to join this critical effort to help students return to learn this fall. deanjobs.com.
Hey, we get it. Right now, searching for the right college is a challenge. At Ferris State, we turn challenge into opportunity so that you don't have to put your life on hold. Study in person, online, or both, whatever's right for you. Our virtual admissions tools let you connect, explore, and enroll. Ferris State University, we're ready when you are to help you move Ferris forward. Go to ferris.edu/now to apply free.
Falling is a great time that combines great friends, football, and bowling. Compete against your friends or family, throwing a football at 10 real bowling pins. The Falling Warehouse has over 30 lanes inside a 45,000 square foot facility. You can bring in your own food, or they have a pair of 45-foot bars featuring soft drinks and adult beverages. Visit foldingwarehouse.com Grand Rapids to reserve your lanes.
For almost 60 years, Earhart Construction has successfully built some of the most well-known structures and facilities across the West Michigan landscape. These projects set the foundation for where we are today. Providing a distinctive construction experience for our clients has been Earhart's priority since the beginning, and it continues to be their primary focus today. We can't wait to make your next commercial or residential project a reality. Contact us today by visiting earhartcc.com. Again, that's earhartcc.com.
All right, sports fans. Joey Sutherland back with you, along with my producer and director, Samantha Aaron. We want to thank you for joining us here live at East Kentwood High School, the KPS Aquatic Center, for the first high school swim meet of the boys' 2021-22 campaign. And we are transitioning here into diving. As I said, there will only be 5 divers today. And Fidel from East Kentwood will lead us off. He will be doing dive 101B. That's the forward dive pike position, 1.3 degree of difficulty. All right, there's the first dive of the evening. Let's wait to see how the judges score this one. We will see scores of... oh, boy. 4.5, 5, 4 for 17.55. Our next diver is going to be Will from Forest Hill Central. The young man will be doing dive 103B. We're going to see 4 of these in a row after this. And he wasted little time. Holy cow. 1.7 degree of difficulty. The forward 1.5 somersault in the pike position. He's going to get scores of 6, 6, 5 for 28.9. Next up is Ellisay from Kentwood doing the same dive, 103B. That's the forward 1.5 somersault pike position, 1.7 degree of difficulty. He is going to be on the far board closest to the 3-meter platform. A little bit more methodic as he approaches. Nice, maybe just a little bit over rotation there. I think you're still going to see it in the 4 to 4.5 range. 5, 5. 5, 5, 4 for 23.8. Yanal is up next. The East Kentwood diver will be doing the same dive, 103B. Yanal, just one of the class act young men. He works for me here at the Aquatic Center. I think the world of him. And he starts off with a nice dive, maybe slightly over-rotates as well. But I think that's going to be close to 27 total. 5.5, 5.5, 6. He actually hits 28.9. Puts him in the lead temporarily as Cole from Forest Hill Central will finish off the first round doing that same dive. We're all getting pretty good at the 103B. Cole wastes little time. Man, he got up high. Looks very nice. Good entry. Minimal splash. That's going to be the best, I think, of the bunch. And the scores will show 7, 6.5, 7 for 34.85. Cole in the lead at the end of the first round. Fidel is up next for Kentwood doing dive 401B. That's the inward dive pike position, 1.5 degree of difficulty. The freshman on the end of the board. With these low DDs, you got to make sure you hit these well. And actually, that was not bad. He needs to get up just a little higher to allow the ankles to get over the hips. But he'll get scores of 4, 4.5, 4 for 18.75. Nicely done. Will Becker is up next. He's doing dive 5132D. That's the forward 1.5 somersault twist in the free position. This has a high DD of 2.2. Will wastes little time. And, oh, what a nice entry. He is the son of prosecutor Chad Becker. And Becker is a East Kentwood graduate. As Will, though, gets scores of 5, 5.5, 6 for 36.3. LSA is up next. He's doing dive 104C. That, of course, is the forward double somersault with a tuck. Degree of difficulty on this is 2.2. LSA on the far board. Away from the judges. Makes his approach. Gets up high. Did not quite get up high enough to be able to finish the dive where he wanted, but still a well done dive. And he will get scores of 4.5, 5, 4.5 for 30.8. Yanal is up next. He'll be doing dive 105C. That's the forward 2.5 somersault in the tuck position. The degree of difficulty here is a 2.4. Yanal right now making his approach. Man, did he get up. That body was torquing and rolling. And he's going to get scores on that of 4.5, 3.5, 6.5. That is a wide variety. 34.8. You don't see that big of a difference, a threefold difference between the high and the low judge. One of them is the official. So, all right, back to Will, who's leading, doing this dive, 105B. Gets up super high. Oh, what another pretty dive. Oh, my goodness. That is picturesque with that 2.6 degree of difficulty. He's going to add 6, 7.5, 6, 7, 6.5 for 50.7. He is now up to 85.5 at the end of 2 rounds. Into round 3 we go. Fidel for Kentwood doing dive 402C. That's the inward somersault in the tuck position, 1.6 degree of difficulty here. Gets up. All right, let's get rid of my name so you can see it better. His scores will be on that one 4.5, 5, 4.5 for 22.4. He'll be happy with that. And that's going to bring up Cole. Cole's next dive is
let's see, it was 105C with a 2.4 degree difficulty. I'm just noticing a typo that we have on the sheets. He's going to have 4, 5.5, 4 for 32.4. All right, next up is LSA doing dive 201C.
That is the back dive tuck position, 1.5 degree of difficulty. He's at 54.6 points coming into this third dive here. Third of 6. This is the halfway mark. Gets up high. Oh, could not quite go as horizontal as he was hoping for. 4.555 for 21.75. Yanal is up next for East Kentwood doing dive 5223D. That's the back somersault, 1.5 twist free, 2.3 degree of difficulty here. Yanal at 63 points going into this dive. He would love to be at 100 after the conclusion of this dive. There was a lot of moving parts on that one. Let's see how the judges feel about it. Probably in the 5.5 range. 5.5, 6, 6 for 40.25, and that does put him over 100. And our leader in the clubhouse here coming in doing dive 305C, the reverse 2.5 somersault tuck position, 3.0 degree of difficulty. He's already at 85.5 points before he does this dive. He pretty much has to hit the water and he's going to be in the lead. And he didn't just hit the dive, he crushed it, folks. Another spectacular dive. 5.5, 5.5, 6 for 51 points for Becker. No, Okay, I have been speaking incorrectly, folks, and I apologize. It was right with Will Becker and Cole, so I am so sorry. It is Cole that deserves the, not that Will's doing bad, but Cole deserves the love. As the next dive there from Fidel was a dive with a 1.7 degree difficulty. He was doing dive 5121D, waiting for the judges' scores. I fear that might be a no dive. That's a forward somersault, half twist free position. Let's see if I'm still able. 4, 4, 2.5 for 17.85. All right, here is Will Becker doing dive 303C, the reverse 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.1 degree of difficulty. And he enters the water nicely. Let's see how the judges score that one. 5.5, 5, 6 for 34.65. LSA is up next doing dive 302C, reverse somersault tuck position, 1.6 degree of difficulty. He is at 76.35 points coming into this fourth dive. Makes his approach. That was better. I thought that was a little bit more controlled than we saw on his previous dive. That's probably a 4.5 to a 5, I'm suspecting. 4.5, 4, 4.5 for 20.8. Yanal is up next doing dive 303C, the reverse 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.1 degree of difficulty. Yanal is at 103.95 points coming into this dive. There's the approach. Gets up high. Enters. The legs were a little bit spread apart. Let's see how the judges score this one. 6, 5.5, 7. Wow, 38.85. And ending us up will be Cole doing dive 5325D, the reverse somersault, 2.5 twists, free position. This has a degree of difficulty of 2.8. He's already at 136.55 points coming into this dive. Cole, off the end of the board, gets up. Man, moving parts. Twists, turns, enters the water. He was actually slightly off on his entry there, but it's still 5.5, 6, 7.5 for 53.2 points. We now go into the fifth of 6 rounds here. Fidel will be doing dive 103B, the forward 1.5 somersault with a pike. Degree of difficulty here, for the little freshman is 1.7. Nicely done. Like to get up again a little higher. That's the one thing we're seeing. Those calf muscles have to grow a little. Judges' scores here for Fidel are 3.5. 17 point something. Man, they are not giving me a lot of time to catch that one. The next dive here for Will Becker is 203B, the back 1.5 somersault with a pike position, 2.3 degree of difficulty. Will is at 132.25 points coming into this dive. He'd really like to add to it here. And that was a nice dive, maybe just a smidgen over rotation. But that's a solid 5.5 maybe. 5.5, 4.5, 4.5 for 33.35. LSA will be next doing dive 52-21D, the back somersault, half twist, free position. This has a degree of difficulty of 1.7. He's at 97.15 going into this dive. Scratches his knee, takes a breath, gets his composure back, hands go up, and actually nicely done. That's just a half twist, back somersault, free. So I think that's not, wow. 4, 3.5, 2 for 16.15. Yanal is up next. The next two dives are actually going to be the same. 203B, the back 1.5 somersault pike position, 2.3 degree of difficulty. Yanal at 142.8 going into this dive. He needs to get 5.5 to 6 here. And I think he got it, folks. That was a solid dive. That looked like a 5.5 to 6 to me. 6.45 for 34.5. Wow. And the same dive will be done by our leader, Cole. He's at 100. Actually, he's still in the lead at 189.75 before he even does this dive. That's how far ahead he is right now of the rest of the field. Doing the same dive we just saw. 203B hits the water. Absolutely phenomenal. That's going to be 6.5 across the board. No, man, these judges are not agreeing with me. That was 4.55 for 32.2. And we go to the final round of the evening. Fidel will be doing dive 202A. That's the back somersault in a straight position. Degree of difficulty here is 1.7. He's at 93.55. He was hoping for 110. So he's going to need to get at least 16.45 points here. I think he did it, folks. That looked like a 4 across the board. Waiting for the judges. 5.5, 5 for 26.35. Nicely done. Great finish. That gets him to just under 120. So far exceeding his expectations. The final dive for Will Becker will be dive 403C, the inward 1.5 somersault with a tuck. The degree of difficulty here is 2.2. And there was a readjustment on that last dive for Fidel. He actually got 27.2, which bumped him up even more. So he did get over 120. Nice job, young man. Now, that took a little time away from Will Becker. I don't like that when you have those adjustments there. Will standing at 165.6 as he enters that 403C. Inward 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.2 degree of difficulty. He's hoping for 200. He needs 35 points. Let's see if he got it. I think he did. Waiting for the judges' scores here. 6.5 for 40.7. He's going to end up at 206.3. LSA's final dive of the evening will be the 401C inward dive in the tuck position. Degree of difficulty here is 1.4. LSA gets to the end of the board there. Hands are up. Nicely done. That was between 4.5 and 5.5, I'm guessing, for his final dive. And the judges will say 5.5, 5.5, 6 for 23.8. He ends up at 137.1. Yanal's final dive is 403C, the inward 1.5 somersault in the tuck position. This has a degree of difficulty of 2.2. He's at 177.3. He wants 200. It's going to be close. That's a relatively high DD. He needs 23 points. I think he's going to have 35 points on that dive, at least. Let's see. Judges say 33 even. That puts him at 210. The final dive of the evening is our leader, Cole. He'll be doing dive 403B, the inward 1.5 somersault instead of the tuck. This will be the pike, slightly higher DD of 2.4. He's at 221.95 coming into this dive. And he's going to add a full house worth of points here. That is 6 across the board at least. 6.5, 5.5, 6.5 for 44 points. And he's going to end up at 266.35. We will have the final results for diving coming up in a few minutes. I'm going to quickly kick it back out to the MHSAA studios for another edition of This Week in High School Sports. We will be right back.
A trio of award winners, and the winter season gets started on the court, the ice, and the lanes. It's all next on This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. I'm John Ross, and welcome to This Week in High School Sports. 3 athletic directors were recently named recipients of the MHSAA's Alan W. Bush Award. The 3 are Thomas Flynn of Birmingham Groves, Kevin Guzzo of St. Joseph's, and Michael Thayer of Bay City Western. The Bush Award honors individuals for past and continuing service to school athletics and is named for the former executive director of the MHSAA. Flynn has been at Groves for 32 years, including the last 21 as AD. He's hosted a number of MHSAA tournament events and has been on numerous sport-specific committees. He's also been the president of the Oakland County Athletic Directors Association. Guzzo has been with St. Joseph Public Schools for 26 years, the last 18 as AD. He earned his elite certification in the MHSAA Coaches Advancement Program in 2014 and as a program instructor. Thayer is in his 25th year as AD, the first 12 at Merrill and now with Western. He was the Michigan Interscholastic Athletic Administrator Association's Regional AD of the Year in 2017 and also received their George Lovich State Award of Merit that year. Congratulations to all 3 recipients of the Bush Award, and to read more, please visit secondhalf.mhsaa.com. Game balls this week go to Onstead's Sydney Nichols and Madison's Colin Hickman. Nichols was the girls' champ, Hickman the boys' champion at the Wildcat Blast-Off Bowling Tournament in Onstead. Nichols rolled a 184 in the championship match. Hickman had the round of the day at 256 in qualifying on the way to his win.
All right, we have the final results. In 5th place, it was Fidel from Kentwood with a score of 127.25. In 4th place from Kentwood, it was LSA with a score of 137.1. In 3rd place, it was Will from Forest Hill Central with a score of 206.3. In 2nd place from East Kentwood is Yanal with a score of 210.3. But our winner today with a score of 266.35, congratulations to Forest Hill Central diver Cole Hysung. He wins the 1 meter diving with a score, again, of 266.35. All right, we will be back with our next event, which, of course, is the 100-yard butterfly. We will have 2 heats of that coming up in just a moment. Back to the MHSAA studios we go for the rest of This Week in High School Sports.
Western's Alina Lewis, she had 14 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 steals in a 14-point win over the defending Division III champions Grass Lake. The win moved Parma Western to 2-0. And to Heartland Hockey's Brady Balagna. Brady scored twice in a 4-1 win over Calumet. Heartland is off to a 5-1 start this year.
Need money for college? You need My Student Aid. My Student Aid is the go-to resource that helps Michigan families find money to pay for college. Plus, they'll guide you through the financial aid process and answer any questions you have. For grants, scholarships, and more, connect with My Student Aid, helping make college affordable for everyone. Learn more at michigan.gov/MIStudentAid.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with the MHSAA's Sam Davis.
This season, MHSAA officials will return to the courts, mats, and ice under some different conditions than over the past 20 months. Other than a few select instances, all MHSAA protocols, procedures, and playing rules have returned to what they were pre-COVID. This means the jump ball and basketball returns, post-game handshakes will be permitted as each school sees fit, and traditional ball handling by officials for free throws and throw-ins is back. Of course, individual schools may retain certain precautionary measures, and officials are always permitted to use personal medical protective equipment. The health and welfare of athletes, coaches, and spectators is our #1 priority, and compliance with all local school district and health department mandates is required.
Thanks, Sam. You can be a referee. Just go to the MHSAA website now to register. We end this week with some incredibly sad news to report. MHSAA Associate Director Tom Rashid passed away December 3rd after a 10-month battle with cancer. Tom came to the MHSAA in 2003 after 15 years with the Catholic High School League in Detroit. Before that, he served as athletic director at St. Alphonsus High School in Dearborn, the same school he graduated from in 1973. He was the director of boys lacrosse, but more known as an MHSAA handbook expert. He was the first call by athletic directors with an eligibility question, and he toured the state each year for the annual update meetings. Tom was inducted to the Detroit Catholic High School League Hall of Fame in 2002 and the Michigan High School Lacrosse Coaches Association Hall of Fame in 2017. His impact on educational athletics will continue to be felt around the state for years to come. Tom Rashid was 66 years old. Read more about one of the best people to ever be involved with high school sports at secondhalf.mhsaa.com. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross. We'll see you next week.
All right, sports fans, we are getting ready for the second half of this quad meet here today, featuring your Falcons of East Kentwood as they host both Forest Hills Central, Grand Rapids Union, and Wayland Union High School. It's been a fun meet so far. As we get ready to return to swimming, we'll have 2 heats of the 100-yard butterfly. And we're getting ready right now. The final folks are getting out of the water. In the first heat, it's going to be entirely made up of Falcons. Ryan Corfixon, the senior for East Kentwood, is in lane number 5. And Michael Travis, the sophomore for the Falcons, is in lane number 6. So 5 and 6 respectively here. I will bet you a Falcon wins this heat. They are off. Oh, man, I got a lot of eye rolls of dad joke there, but coming up on the first turn, it looks like it is Corfixon right now with about a 2-body length lead. Coming up on the halfway mark at the 50-yard mark when he hits the wall. And at the wall, he's going to be at 34-31. Michael Travis was at 38-20. seed time to beat here is 1:23.18 for Corfixon. On the way back they come. About a 2/3 of a pool length advantage right now for Corfixon, and Ryan's inside the flags, and he's going to hit the wall. This is going to be a personal best. Oh, he might be DQ'd on that one. I think he did a little bit of a no-no. One too much underwater activity there, but he was still going to go 1:15.61, which is about 8 seconds better, and 1:28.81 for Travis. In our second heat here of the 100 fly, in lane number 2, it'll be Abel Gomez-Romo for Kentwood, the sophomore, in lane number 2. Zachary Jennison, the junior for Wayland, is in lane 3. Sam Yeager is a senior for Forest Hill Central in lane number 4. Trent Jerome is an East Kentwood senior in lane number 5. Caleb Austin is a sophomore for Union in lane number 6. Peyton Williamson is a junior for Wayland in lane number 7. And Roman Kalazinski is a senior for Forest Hill Central in lane number 8. We are off. The seed time to beat here is sub 1, 57.50 for Austin out of lane number 6. You can hear the crowd getting into this one. Coming up at the flags, halfway home. Let's see who's got the time to beat right now. It is Austin at 26.85, but it is super close. 27.05 Jennison, 27.29, and 27.13 are Yeager and Williamson respectively. Hitting the last turn. They're on their way home. Who wants to win the 100-yard butterfly? They are smoking in the water right now. I think we got a change in the leaderboard. By the naked eye, it looks like lane 3. Jennison has the lead. He's going to hit the wall at 57.09. Holy cow. That's the first time he went sub 1. Second place is Austin, 57.89. And third place is Williamson, 58.91. Fourth place is Jerome, 59 flat. There's some great swims there, folks. Holy dog, but congratulations on that one as the winner of the 100-yard butterfly out of lane number 3. It was Zachary Jennison from Wayland. The junior goes 57.09. All right, let's take a look at who's swimming here in the first of 3 heats of the 100-yard freestyle. We have Ethan Brown is in lane number 1, the sophomore for East Kentwood. Malachi Geems is in lane number 2. He's a freshman for EK. Stephen Swift is a senior for the Falcons in lane number 3. Nolan Brecken is a freshman for Forest Hill Central in lane 4. Jay Inaganti is a freshman for EK in lane number 5. Zach Ruffer is in lane number 6. He's a freshman for Forest Hill Central. Also for East Kentwood in lane number 7 and 8, respectively, are a pair of sophomores, Isaiah Wright and Calvin Tron. The first of 4 heats here of the 3 heats of the 100 free. At the first 50, wow, with a open turn, not a flip turn. That was Swift for Kentwood, 30.25. Second place is Ruffer at 32.08. I can't tell you, folks, the last time I saw a open turn, not a flip turn in the freestyle. And yet he's still moving pretty fast. So when he learns that flip turn, watch out, world. On the way home, this one's close. Inside the flags and hitting the wall, it is Ruffer, 106.9. Second place is Swift, 107.04. And third place will be Brecken, 111.12. Nicely done. And I've just been informed that on the previous heat, Zachary Jennison from Wayland did have a state qualifying time. Inside right now, he's got his final. He wanted to go sub 155, and he's going to hit the wall and do it. 153.87. Nicely done there for Ethan Brown. That is a 12-second drop from his personal best. And, oh, what a nice finish there. Some great swims all around. Of that heat, of the 8 swimmers, 6 of the 8 swimmers had personal bests. You got to like to see that one. All right, in the second heat of the 100 free, we have P.J. Martin from East Kentwood in lane number 1. Carson Downer from Union is in lane number 2. Nathan Dressler from Wayland is in lane number 3. Dylan Pomeroy is in lane number 4, the sophomore for Forest Hill Central. Thomas Kirkland is a freshman for EK in lane number 5. Harrison Nee is a junior for Union in lane number 6. Fritz Seifert is a senior for Wayland in lane number 7. And Sam Grant is a freshman for Forest Hill Central in lane 8. They are underway, and away they go. 100-yard freestyle. Heat 2 of 3. Coming up on the halfway mark.
That was good.
At the halfway mark, in the lead right now at 27.55, it's Pomeroy. Second place at 29.76 is Kirkland, the freshman. Pomeroy is a sophomore. On their way home right now. Do we have a sub 1 minute? That's going to be a stretch. At 55 seconds at the flag, it's going to be close. And hitting the wall, 1:00.48 is Pomeroy. Second is Kirkland, 1:02.59. More personal bests here on the first meet of the year, this quad meet. And we're seeing so many personal bests. This is just exciting. And watch, even with the swimmers who are not going to win it, they're getting great accolades from the crowd and from the other swimmers. All the way in. But I'd be remiss if I forgot to congratulate once again sophomore from Forest Hill Central, Dylan Pomeroy.
He wins the second heat with that time of 1:00.48. And our championship heat here of the 100-yard freestyle. In lane number 1, the freshman for East Kentwood, James Langosh. And lane number 2, the sophomore for Union, Landon Sandy. Lane number 3, Josh Rose, the sophomore for Wayland. Lane number 4,
Ben Rogala, the junior for Forest Hill Central. Lane number 5, Yanal Zeklum, the senior for East Kentwood. Lane number 6, Will Gearhart, the senior for Union. And lane number 7, a senior from Wayland, John Butler. And in lane number 8, the junior for Forest Hill Central, Isaac Stewart. We're missing somebody in lane 6. Yeah, that's Gearhart. They're waiting for him. We're in no rush here. Let's make sure we get it right. The championship heat, once again, of the 100-yard freestyle. Let me go through those names one more time. In lane 1, it's Langosh. 2, it's Sandy. 3 is Rose. 4 is Regala. 5 is Zeklum. 6 is Gearhart. 7 is Butler. And 8 is Stewart. We're underway. The seed time to beat here is 54.64 for Gearhart. At the first flip turn, I'm sure all these hundreds would like to be right around 25 seconds. Looks like it's going to be lane 4 in the lead. Rogala at 24.56. Gearhart 25.43. Stewart 24.98. Langosh 25.85. They're on the back 50 right now. At the last wall, they're headed home. Who's going to win the 100-yard freestyle? Boy, we got a race here, folks. Inside the flags and hitting the wall out of lane 4, 50.63. Congratulations to Ben Rogala, the junior for Forest Hill Central. He wins the 100-yard freestyle with a time of 50.63. Second place will go to Stewart, who goes 51.57. Third place is Gearhart, 53.01. Fourth place is Langosh, 55.11. Look at all these personal bests again, folks. And all the way home, we're still cheering on John Butler, the senior for Wayland. He will hit the wall with a time of not sure, but Ben Rogala wins the event once again, and with a Division II qualifying time of 50.63. Now I'm not kidding you folks, there's 2 heats of the 500. So sit right back and we'll have a tale. 2 heats of the 500. In the first heat of the 500, nice job. In the first heat of the 500, we have Isaac Dyer, the sophomore from Wayland, in lane 3. Jacob Sanford is a freshman for Forest Hill Central in lane number 4. And Kalel Durr is in lane number 5, the junior for East Kentwood. All right. This will give me an opportunity here to catch my breath. I'm going to step out here for a quick word from our sponsors. We'll be back in about 2 minutes and have the finish of this 500. Keep it here on the East Kentwood YouTube channel and today's Quad Meet here at East Kentwood High School.
Heart of Gold. You'll find it at Metro Health, University of Michigan Health, where leading heart and vascular specialists are at the forefront of cardiovascular care. You know what else is golden? Our newly expanded office, located at 1310 East Beltline, just off of Lake Drive. You can't beat the location. Look for the Block M, or better yet, schedule an appointment. Online at metrohealth.net/heart-vascular.
Choosing the right orthodontist can mean the difference between an average patient experience and one that is truly exceptional. Hines Orthodontics serves the West Michigan area with locations in Rockford and Kentwood. As a patient of Dr. Hines, you can be confident that you have chosen an orthodontist with the skill, expertise, and commitment to make your smile his top priority. Dr. Hines and his team are dedicated to providing the most efficient and effective treatment using the finest technologies available in orthodontics. Check them out online at hinesorthodontics.com or on Facebook and Instagram.
Looking for fresh food, variety, and great deals? Shop your local Family Fare supermarket and sign up for our Yes Rewards program for everyday savings, exclusive digital coupons, rewards, and other special perks. Plus, you can use your Yes account to shop online with the Fast Lane, our new online grocery shopping service. Just order online, select pickup, and we'll do all your shopping for you. It's that easy. To learn more about shopping with Yes at Family Fare, visit shopfamilyfare.com.
At Culver's, we cook our butter burgers pretty much the same as you would at home. Only our 3-cut blend of fresh beef will do. Then you'll need to master our signature press and sear technique. You may want to practice a few thousand times. Add real Wisconsin cheese, top with a lightly buttered toasted bun, and serve yourself with a big warm smile.
Better yet, come to Culver's and leave the whole cook-to-order butter burger thing to us. Welcome to Delicious.
The Grand Rapids Sports Hall of Fame honors prominent West Michigan athletes. As part of their mission, the Hall of Fame presents annual events in support of West Michigan athletics and raises funds to support local youth organizations and charities. Events scheduled in 2021 include the Class of 2021 induction ceremony, on Tuesday, September 28th, and the Grand Rapids Sports Hall of Fame College Basketball Classic on Thanksgiving weekend. Go to GRSHOF.com for all the information. Ruth's Chris Steakhouse Grand Rapids is the very best choice for an unforgettable evening with family, friends, and colleagues. Create memorable experiences and celebrate with the sizzle of a steak served on a 500-degree plate. The casual elegance and atmosphere makes Ruth's Chris Steakhouse Grand Rapids the perfect location for every occasion. Visit us online at ruthschris.com. This is how it's done.
If you're 18 years or older, AHC Hospitality is hiring for open positions at its downtown hotels. Starting pay is $14 an hour, paid weekly, with medical, dental, and health benefits, hotel discounts, and more. Positions include front desk, housekeeping, restaurant, and management roles at our 6 premier downtown hotels. Visit ahchospitality.com/careers to jumpstart your career at one of 6 world-class hotels in downtown Grand Rapids.
Earning a college degree means you don't have to go it alone.
We have 3 students at Cornerstone, and they all enjoy their interactions with the campus community, but most specifically with their professors.
At Cornerstone University, we are dedicated to your success.
They have found growth, they have found connection, and they have found community.
Start today by applying at cornerstone.edu. That's cornerstone.edu.
There's one in your neighborhood, J&H Family Stores.
This October, help support Break the Silence Against Domestic Violence with the purchase of select Hershey bars. Break the Silence provides community resources and services to victims, survivors, and families affected by domestic violence. J&H Family Stores, fueling West Michigan since 1969.
J&H Family Stores.
All right, sports fans, Joey Sutherland along with Samantha Aaron keeping you company here on the campus of East Kentwood High School here in the KPS Aquatic Center. We are in the first of 2 heats of the 500-yard freestyle. Right now it is Dyer, Sanford, and Durr. They're at the just under the 6-minute mark, and it appears. Okay, thank you. All right, that really bad horn tells us that we are in the final 50. Coming in right now. And it looks like out of lane number 3, taking this one, it will be 6:37 flat. Nicely done for Dyer. 6:37 flat. Second place at, wow, there was 0.3 of a second difference between second and third place. But congratulations on that one to Isaac Dyer, who is ahead of Sanford and Durr, who are both at 6:43. But 6:37.00 is the win for Isaac Dyer. In our second heat, the championship heat, we have Marshall Carr, the senior for Kentwood, in lane number 1. Clayton Gearhart is a sophomore for Union in lane number 2. Henry Outbuyer is in lane number 3, the sophomore for Wayland. Lane number 4 is Andrew Kersey's for Forest Hill Central senior. Lane number 5 is T. Guistra, the freshman for Kentwood. Lane number 6 is Azal Gomez, the Grand Rapids Union sophomore. Travis Kuhn is the Wayland junior in lane number 7. And Alex Schenk is a senior for Forest Hill Central in lane number 8. We are underway. The seed time to beat here is Wiestra at 5:40.28, but we've seen some no times that have been pretty doggone good today. Coming up right now, the end of the first 50. We'll keep an eye on the splits here. Splits right now, I think the first one was right around 28. And we are coming up on the 1 minute mark here at the first 100. So we are 1/5 of the way done. It's Kersey's at 59.96. That was a 31:31.50. He's got the lead. Second place is Wiestra with a 33 flat at 102.83. We'll keep it. Whoa, that didn't sound good. I don't know what that noise was. I apologize, folks. That's the aquatics director hat that I wear, as I wear multiple hats, as was pointed out earlier in this broadcast. We are now nearing the 2 minute mark. Kersey's still with a comfortable lead in lane number 4. He's going to hit the wall right now at 2:04.26 with a 32:39 split for that 50. He is now 40% of the way done here. That's 200 of the 500. Wiestra hit the wall at 2:10.04 with a 33:63 split. Very nice as well. Here in the championship heat of the 500-yard freestyle. And let's see where we were at. That was Wiestra with a 33.94, puts him at 2:43.98. Go back to Kersey's here on his next wall touch. He went, Kersey's went 33.18. He's at 3:10.14 at the 300-yard mark. He's got the final 200 yards to go here. Not sure what's going on over there, but one of our two officials is having a conversation with the union coach. Keep an eye on it once again on Kersey's and Wiestra right now in 4 and 5 respectively. Kersey's right there was at 33.66. He's at 343.80 at the 350 mark. Wiestra had a nice 33.87. He's at 351.41. So about a 7.5 second differential between first and second place right now. And then about a 9 second differential between second place and third place. Getting ready to hit the wall once again is Kersey's. He had a 33.63 split for 417.43. Wiestra, right about the same pace, 33.72. He's at 425.13. Getting close here to the horn, and that'll be Kersey's. And I believe, wow. Okay, folks, I guess I was wrong. I guess that doesn't make sense. According to that, the times don't work. There's no way that lane 3 was the leader with those splits. But I guess we'll see when they're finished here. Coming in right now, and that I think is the finish on lane 4. Kersey's goes 5:24.83. Second place is Wiestra, 5:31.06. Those are both personal bests. Yeah, I knew it wasn't lane 3. It just the split times weren't quite fast enough to be done. Let's see who's going to take third place here. Looks like it's lane 8. Schenk is at 5:59.36. Fourth place out of lane 3 at 6:13 is Oddbyer. Still have 4 swimmers finishing up the 500 here, all with good times compared to their seed times. Next up is going to be fifth place is Kuhn at 6:37.39. Carr 6:37.65. Wow, that's a 20-second drop. And let's see. Oh, we still got one swimmer going out of lane 2. Mr. Gearhart looking for a personal best as well. But let's not forget and give congratulations where congratulations is due. Winning this with a time of 5:24.83 out of lane number 4, the senior from Forest Hill Central, Andrew Kersey's. And Gearhart finishes up with a nice split of 44.95 in his last 50. Now we are actually going to have the first of 2 heats here of event number 9. That's the 200-yard freestyle relay, sometimes called the sprint relay. We will have the Kentwood D team in lane number 3. That's Brown, Geems, Piscato, and Tron. Lane number 4, the C relay for Forest Hill Central. That's Ruffer, Tiggleman, Becker, and Highsong. And lane number 5, the C relay for Kentwood, Wright, Inaganti, Kanda, and Boyer. And in lane number 6, the Union C relay of Stack, Perez, and Morales. This is the first of 2 heats of the 200-yard sprint relay. And they're off. A little bit of an issue there on lane 3 getting off the blocks. These are some young swimmers here getting their first experience for many of them. And then we have a few of the divers in these heats as well for both Kentwood and for Forest Hill Central. Wow, I see up in the stands, long-time retired sports editor for the Grand Rapids Press, Bob Becker, just a class act. I'm guessing he's the grandpa of Will Becker, which I know, of course, is the case. And we are into the exchange here, into the second leg. You loose? On what? The wall? Oh, you were pacing. All right, coming into our next exchange here, the 200-yard freestyle relay. Nice exchange there. This one's going to be close as we get into here to the anchor. We have no seed times for any of the teams, so these are all going to be personal bests. And it's going to be close, but it looks like lane 3 is going to take it. Going into I beg your pardon, lane 4, the Forest Hill Central team at 1:56.33. Congratulations to the team of Zach Ruffer, Logan Tiggleman, Will Becker, and Cole Heisung. They go 1:56.33, and they will take the first heat, the first heat of the 200-yard freestyle relay. Second place is the Kentwood C team, who goes 2:12.18. Third place looks like it is going to be lane number 3, the Falcon D relay at 2:43. Waiting for that time officially. Looks like about 2:43.44. And in fourth place, Grand Rapids Union, their C relay at 2:52.71. And that's what I thought. The Falcon D relay went 2:44.07. All right, let's transition here into the championship heat. We're into the championship heat of the 200-yard sprint relay. The Falcon B team is in lane number 1. That's Korfikson, Zeeklum, Durr, and Carr. And lane number 2, it is Union's B relay of Downer, Cruz, Calmo, and Nee. Lane number 3 is the A relay for Wayland, Rose, Montague, Dressler, and Kuhn. Lane number 4, the A relay for Forest Hill Central, Zorn, Kay, Stewart, and Rogala. Lane number 5, the A relay for Kentwood, Hall, Jerome, Langash, and Wiestra. Lane number 6, the A relay for Union, Sandy, Lopez, McWilliams, and Gomez. Lane number 7, the B relay for Wayland, Seifert, Barbaras, Butler, and Dyer. Lane number 8, the B relay for Forest Hill Central, Brecken, Sanford, Kersey's, and Schenk. Each swimmer swims a 50-yard sprint of the front crawl. At the exchange, it's Forest Hills Central, 47-74 at the halfway mark. Second place is 49-61 for the Falcon A. Third place at, tough to say, I think it's 52-78. No, I don't think that's right. Tough to say. We'll have to wait to see how this finishes. Next exchange, Forest Hill Central with a 23-16 at 110.90. Second place with a 25.06 is East Kentwood at 114.67. Ouch. That one sounded painful. 26.02. Grand Rapids Union, 118.8. Championship heat of the 200-yard freestyle relay. Anchor swimmers coming home right now and winning it with a time of 1:33.41 is the Forest Hill Central A. East Kentwood A goes 1:41.42. So congratulations, the team of Benji Zorn, Gavin Kay, Isaac Stewart, and Ben Rogala. Their time of 1:33.41 was strong enough to win event number 9, the men's 200-yard freestyle relay. Some more personal bests. We're seeing great times. Lane number 2 finishing up right now. All right, next up is going to be the 100-yard backstroke. We'll have 2 heats of the 100-yard backstroke. In this, it will have in lane number 3, Michael Travis, the sophomore for East Kentwood, John Butler, the senior for Wayland. In lane number 5, it is the sophomore for East Kentwood, Chase Sutherland. And lane number 6, Wyatt Dixon, a sophomore for Grand Rapids Union. John Butler, the Wayland senior, with a seed time to beat 1:02 flat. They're underway. at the first wall, going at about a 16-second mark. Coming back right now, it is a slight lead right now for lane number 5. That's Sutherland. And at the halfway mark, he is at 35.71, faster than his 50 on the Medley relay. Second place is 38.66 for Dixon. 40.29 is Travis. On the final flip turn, heading home. Looks like Sutherland with a comfortable lead by about a body length and a half. Inside the flags, he's at 108, 109, 110. How close is he going to go? He finishes at 112.51. That was a 36.80. That was almost the exact same back 50 as the first 50. Dixon gets second, 118.82. Third place is Travis, 119.67.
That might be a varsity time. I got to check on that. So congratulations to Chase Sutherland, the sophomore for East Kentwood, in his first high school meet. He wins the first heat, 1:12.51,
dropping almost 4.5 seconds off of his time. That's going to bring us to the championship heat. And it's going to be Abel Gomez-Romo for Kentwood. The sophomore is in lane number 1. Clayton Gearhart, the sophomore for Union's in lane number 2. Peyton Williamson, the junior for Wayland, is in lane number 3. Reed Dixon, the sophomore for Forest Hill Central, is in lane 4. Nathan Cohey is the senior for Kentwood in lane 5. Thaden Weeks is the sophomore for Union in lane number 6. Dalton Montague is a senior for Wayland in lane number 7. And Dylan Pomeroy is a sophomore for Forest Hill Central in lane 8. We're underway here. The seed time to beat. And I'll be impressed if we see this as 1:00:00. I'm not buying that one, but we'll see. Actually flying right now in lane number 4. He's about on pace for that. Not quite fast enough, I don't think. He hit the wall at 27.98. That's Dixon. Second place is Williamson at 29.46. Then Weeks at 31.82. On the back 50 right now. Heading home. Let's see who's going to win the 100-yard backstroke. It's a comfortable lead right now out of lane 4 for Dixon. And he did go sub-1. He went 58.43. That's a state cut time. Wow, Reed Dixon. Reed Dixon goes 58.43, state cut time for Forest Hill Central. Second place is Williams, 1:00:11. Third place is Weeks, 1:06:61. Fourth place is Cohey, 1:07:64. Fifth place is Montague, 1:08:17. Sixth place is Gomez-Romo, 1:08:81. Seventh place is Pomeroy, 1:12:49. And in eighth place is Gearhart, 1:27:38. But congratulations once again with that state cut time. Reed Dixon goes 58.43. That's going to bring us into the 100-yard breaststroke. We'll have 2 heats of the breaststroke. We have Andrew Callahan is in lane number 3 for Kentwood. Lane number 4 is Gavin Kai in lane for Forest Hill Central, the junior. Lane number 5 is Mykoy Christensen for East Kentwood, the sophomore. And lane number 6, it's a Grand Rapids Union sophomore, Eli McWilliams. And lane number 7 is Logan Tiggleman, the freshman for Forest Hill Central. And they're off. Stretch, young man. Coming up on the halfway mark of the 100-yard breaststroke in heat 1 of 2. Once again, thank you for joining us here at East Kentwood High School. in the KPS Aquatic Center. My tag team partner is Samantha Aaron. I'm Joey Sutherland. It has been my proud pleasure to bring you this quad meet here today. We will be back on the air next week, same bat time, same bat channel, Tuesday, as we will have the Christmas quad. The only returning team will be the Falcons of East Kentwood, who will host the team. On the final 50 right now, it is a commanding lead right now for Kai out of lane 4. Inside the flags, he's at the 102 mark, and he's going to hit the wall at 104.47. Now the battle for second place, it's going to go to lane 7, Tiggleman. He goes 115.70. Yes. Third place is Christensen, 121.14. Nice job there by McCoy, dropping 5 seconds. You would have been 5th in the championship heat. And I think you got your varsity letter there. Are you sure? All right, well, congratulations for winning the first heat. Again, Gavin Kai, the junior from Forest Hill Central, goes 104.47 to win the cancellation heat of the 100-yard breaststroke. That'll bring us to the championship heat of the 100 breast. It'll be Ryan Corfickson in lane number 1 for East Kentwood. Assad Lopez is in lane number 2 for Union. James Butler is in lane number 3 for Wayland. Benji Zorn is in lane number 4 for Forest Hill Central. Antonio Hall is in lane number 5 for Kentwood. Khalib Austin is in lane number 6 for Union. Liam Barbeas is in lane number 7 for Wayland, and Sam Yeager is in lane number 8 for Forest Hill Central. The seed time to beat here is 101 flat. Right now with the lead at the flags, coming up on the halfway mark out of lane 4 at Zorn. Apparently lane 7 was a scratch. Zorn at 30.33, just ahead of Austin, Yeager, and Hall. At the final wall, heading home. It's getting a little bit closer here inside the flags, but it looks like it's going to be Zorn, and Zorn takes it at 105.63. Now that's interesting, folks. Zorn goes 105.63. Second place is Austin, 107.57. Third is Yeager at 109.06. Fourth is Corfickson, 114.83. Fifth is Hall, 118.18. Here's the interesting part. In the first heat, the winner in the first heat actually has the fastest time in the meet. So I believe that means it would be congratulations to Gavin Kai for winning the 100-yard breaststroke with that 104.47. Otherwise, it'll be Benji Zorn at 105.63. I'm going to get clarification on that here. We have 2 heats here of the 400-yard freestyle relay. We have the East Kentwood D team is in lane number 3. That will consist of Swift, Callahan, Boyer, and Pescado. Lane number 4 is the Forest Hills C team of Grant, Sanford, Brecken, and Ruffer. And the Falcons C team is in lane number 5. That's Martin, and Ganti, Travis, and Christensen. I'll be right back. All right, I did get clarification from the table and the officials. So congratulations to Gavin Kai, the junior from Forest Hill Central. His 104.47 does, in fact, win the 100-yard breaststroke. Second place goes to his teammate, Benji Zorn, at 105.63. All right now it is the Forest Hill Central C team in the lead at 103.72. The East Kentwood D team is at 108.56, and the C team is at 109.33. After the first exchange, everybody swims a 100-yard freestyle in the 400 free relay. This is our final event. We have 2 heats. All right, taking a look right now. It's getting a little bit closer. As we're transitioning into the next leg here of the 400 free. The CTM to beat here, actually we have no times for all 3, and it's actually an exhibition for the Kentwood D team in lane number 3. So you heard me talk about the scoring in the first or second heat. The difference is if you're marked exhibition, you cannot score in the meet. $31.13 was the last 50 for the leaders in lane number 4. $34.08 is a pretty respectable 50 as well for the Falcons in lane number 5 at the 3-minute mark. Going into the anchor swimmers here. In the lead right now, lane 4 at 3:19.71. Which Falcon team is going to be in second? Is it the C or D team? Right now, I would say it's lane 5, which would be the C. It's going to be at about the 3:36 mark at the exchange, 3:35.54. And then the lane 3 at 3:41.20. Unless he really picks up the pace. On his way home. And winning the first heat with a time of, looks like about 4:17. Beg your pardon. My eyes were off there. Coming into the wall right now, it's going to be about 4:27. 4:28.72. The team of Grant, Sanford, Brecken, and Ruffer wins the first heat of the 400-yard freestyle relay with a time of 4:28.72. Second place appears to be the Falcon C relay in lane number 5, who goes 4:50.86. And the D relay at 5:03.55. That'll bring us to our final heat of the final event of the first meet of the 2021-22 campaign. It is heat number 2 of the 400-yard freestyle relay. The Kentwood B relay is in lane number 1. That's Kirkland, Durr, Carr, and Sutherland. Lane number 2 for Union is the B relay of Gomez, Gearhart, Lopez, and Sandy. Lane number 3 is the Wayland A. Oddbyer, Rose, Williamson, and Jennison. Lane number 4 is the Forest Hill Central A of Kelzinski, Dixon, Stewart, and Rogala. Lane number 5 is the Falcon A of Wiestra, Zeklum, Gomez Romo, and Cohey. Lane number 6 is the Union A of Weeks, Dixon, Austin, and Gearhart. Lane number 7 is the Wayland B team of Kuhn, Dressler, Dreyer, and Butler. Lane number 8 is the B team of Forest Hill Central. Schenck, Kersey's, Pomeroy, and Yeager. At the first 50, it is 26-78, 26-83, 27-70. It is so close between the first three after that first 50. Coming up at the first exchange, it is going to be Forest Hill Central in the lead by about a body length and a half at the exchange. They're at 54-81. Second place will be 57-32 and 57-22 for Wayland and Kentwood, respectively. They're within a tenth of a second of each other. All right, so a good swim at the first leg there. Keeping an eye on things here at the first 50 for the second leg. 24-93 for Forest Hill Central. And 28-32 and 27-98 respectively. So I think Kentwood has slightly gone ahead of Wayland here. But we still got plenty of swimming to go here in this one. Murphy's Law, we're in only the second swimmer, and I'm out of Tino. At the exchange, it is Forest Hill Central with a 27.51 at 147.25. Second place, it's going to be lane number 5, Kentwood, 157.44. Third place, Wayland, 159.28. Forest Hill Central's B team at 159.32. Wait. All right. It is still razor thin between Wayland and Kentwood for second place. Forest Hill Central with a comfortable lead right now in first place. What a great swim. There's the exchange. And there with a 27-20 are at 239.29. That's going to segue us into second place. Wayland at 253.91, Kentwood 256. So Wayland with a 28.57 has jumped into second place. Union has snuck in close at 257.36 with their A team. Coming up right now. And it is winning it with a time of 3:31.34 is the Forest Hill Central A relay. Second place is Wayland, 3:45.10. 3:31.34 it was. Third place is Union, 3:50 flat. Fourth place is the Kentwood A, 3:56.61. Fifth place is Forest Hill Central's B team at 4:03.84. Sixth place is the Kentwood B team at 4:25.22. Seventh place is Union's B at 4:35.84. And the Wayland B team trying to go sub 5 minutes. It's going to be close. Let's see if they're able to hit it. Swimming hard all the way inside the flags. It's close. And they're hit the wall at 4:56 and change. Nicely done. But congratulations to the Forest Hill Central A team of Roman Kalazinski, Reed Dixon, Isaac Stewart, and Ben Rogala. They went 3:31.34, good enough to capture the championship heat of the 400-yard freestyle relay. What a great evening it's been here today, folks. And this is just the first of a long season of high school boys swimming and diving. But congratulations to all our competitors today and our 4 teams. Again, I want to thank our friends from Wayland Union who stopped in. Of course, our friends from Forest Hill Central and our friends from Grand Rapids Union, along with the hometown team of East Kentwood High School. It's been super fun. We're looking to get the final scores right now. Okay, so I just got the final scores in. East Kentwood takes 2 of the 3 because these are all scored as a duel. So against Forest Hill Central, East Kentwood loses 118-68. Against Wayland, East Kentwood wins 107-75, and against Union, East Kentwood wins 118-64. So that's gonna just about do it. There were some great swims and some entertaining work that we saw here today by these 4 schools respectively. I cannot get over how fast it is. And folks, this might be the last time you're going to hear me say it. COVID be damned. These kids did a great job in the water today, and it was just an honor and a privilege to be able to bring it to you here exclusively on the Kentwood YouTube channel. Until next week when we will host East Kentwood another quad meet. I'm Joey Sutherland for Samantha Aaron. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, thanks for watching, everybody. God bless, and have a good evening. Good night.